What made you ratchet up the rhetoric as high as you did?
When the anti-NGO had brain bleeding,
yeah.
and the other gentleman was beaten over the head with the crowbar, like I had to ratchet up the game in order to at least do what I could to try to prevent the violence, because it needs to come to an end. And so, like, I figured,
yeah, if it's escalating from that point, where does it go? Somebody's going to be dead.
yeah,
so.
there was no place for it to go after that other than killing.
Yeah.
Not me killing.
What are you planning on doing now? I mean, are you gonna go to these things? Are you gonna?
No, I'll start going to them if they start being nice to each other. But like, I've ratcheted up as much as I'm going to. Like, when I got picked up to get taken to 5C, like, they sent like between 12 to 16 cops and 6 cruisers out to set up a roadblock, like a Bonnie and Clyde and sting operation, to get me, because they thought that I was
potentially a mass shooter,
potentially that dangerous.
Yeah.
That they thought they needed 12 to 16 police officers. But when they pulled me over, I didn't even have a gun on me. Like, I let them search my vehicle. I was staying at my uncle's house in Primeville. My uncle let him search my room, but I would have let him search it, obviously, because I let him search my car. But I left my guns at home in my dad's safe. Because,
and you turned those guns in at that point, or how did that go?
What happened was I offered to, like, because when I said that I was going to go to attend the rally unarmed, I truly meant it.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't going to bring anything. I was going to wear a undercover flak jacket, but just with something with stab plate. Like, it breaks my heart to see, like, 2 groups of people who I care about so much, like, at each other's throats. Like, if I had to choose one group to hang out with over the other, I'd honestly rather hang out with Antifa. Like, but I just can't get behind them, and I can't hang out with them as long as the violence is like going. Like,
what draws you to that? And I'm just asking because, for example, when I was at this thing, Joey Gibson's trial, these college kids, part of this Northwest Youth Liberation Front or whatever they call themselves, or they're a fresh college group, and they're out there saying no Trump, no wall, no USA at all. And that seems very antithetical to a Marine's perspective.
I don't agree with them necessarily completely politically.
Do you feel like Antifa is in a civil war with the U.S. basically at this point?
Yes, but they're not looking at the right enemy.
Who's the right enemy?
The government.
The government.
Like, the government and I'm not talking about like rebellion like with guns. I'm talking about using words, like I have been doing this entire time, to effect great change. Like, words are how I got here. I have not lifted a single finger of violence against anyone, and yet I'm sitting right here, like, and essentially the face of violence for the right wing.
The face of violence for the right wing, and you spent 20 days in 5C.
The first rally I went to was November 17th, I think, right? Him 2 rally. I had no idea what the Him 2 rally is, but I saw on the news that Antifa was just running amok. So I decided to come here and help protect you guys. And instead of actually going to your rally, I went and hung out with Antifa all day because I was in the Marines and I wanted to understand my enemy. Yeah. Their weaknesses, the things that will give us the advantage over them. When Antifa started getting ready to like attack us, like, I was in the crowd with Antifa and I walked across the street and I stood between you guys and Antifa, and I ended up finding some reporters and I ended up protecting the reporters. They're about to get maced, but I stepped in between the mace and the reporters. I wouldn't say they shit kicked out of me because they hit like bitches, but I mean, they do. Like, the only reason Andy's not dead is because they hit like a bitch. Like,
yeah.
And so what I did is I had a body camera on me and I recorded every moment of the entire day, showing I never provoked anyone. I was friendly with everyone. And then I filed a lawsuit, but I couldn't find a lawyer to help because the case was so complicated. But so I went through the law, the legal system, to try to get Antifa taken away. And then I sent a message, a letter to someone in Congress, and the first 4 pages were of me explaining how dire the situations are and how they're going to start killing us. And the first 4 pages were my desire for peace. And the 5th page said, if Antifa gets to the point where they start killing us, I'm going to kill them next. And I told them that I would slaughter them. And I have a detailed plan on how I freaking wipe out Antifa.
Oh, no.
Another thing. But the point is, like, Antifa's gotten to the point where we have to protect ourselves. Like, we have no desire to fight. We have no desire for violence. But we need to be prepared for it if it happens.
Yes. Thank you. Make America.
Oh my God.
He's kind of scaring me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told me he was ready.
Yeah, he's got a shotgun. He's got
Okay.
he's fucking with this.
So Shane, what do you have to say to Antifa? What do you have to say to the conservatives embroiled in this whole thing? And do you still need your killing shirt?
Let's be friends.
Thank you.
Honestly.